I just remember like the first thing I did was like, let's play Michael Jackson's album. We got a beat and we started working on...
Tyla allegedly claims she gets her songs from Michael Jackson. Please subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss out on any information. The global music industry is buzzing with a sensational story surrounding South African superstar Tyla, who has allegedly suggested that the creative force behind her songs might come from none other than the legendary king of pop, Michael Jackson. The claim, which is still being debated and dissected on social media platforms and in entertainment circles, has ignited one of the most intriguing conversations in recent years about inspiration, artistry, and the spiritual dimensions of music. For some, her words come across as a metaphor, an acknowledgement of the towering influence Michael Jackson continues to hold in the music world more than a decade after his passing. For others, however, the statement hints at something deeper, even mystical, as if Tyla believes her melodies and lyrics are somehow guided or transmitted through a connection with Jackson's spirit. Regardless of interpretation, the claim has thrust Tyla into a new kind of spotlight, one where she is not only a rising star, but also the center of a philosophical debate about where music truly comes from. To understand the gravity of Tyla's alleged revelation, one must first appreciate her journey. Born and raised in Johannesburg, Tyla has rapidly climbed the ranks of global stardom. Within just a few years, she has gone from sharing snippets of her music online to performing on international stages, collecting awards, and rubbing shoulders with some of the biggest names in entertainment. Her breakthrough single, Water, was more than just a catchy tune. It was a cultural moment. The track went viral on TikTok, dominating playlists worldwide, and eventually earned Tyla a historic Grammy Award for Best African Music Performance. In that moment, she not only represented herself, but also put South Africa on the map in a genre-defying way. She carried with her the essence of Amapiano, a sound rooted in South African townships, and fused it with global R&B and pop influences, creating a hybrid that audiences across the globe could not resist. Her charisma, effortless style, and stage confidence have reminded many fans of another young artist who once shocked the world with his talent, Michael Jackson himself. Which is why her alleged claim does not seem completely out of place, though it is certainly unexpected. Rumors suggest that Tyla, during a private discussion with admirers, hinted that she feels her music is given to her by Michael Jackson. She did not elaborate in detail, leaving room for speculation, but those words alone were enough to send the internet into a frenzy. Was she speaking figuratively, acknowledging Jackson as a creative inspiration? Or was she confessing a belief that his spirit directly influences her compositions? The ambiguity of her statement has fueled endless debates. Some are treating it as a poetic remark, the kind that artists often make when describing the mysterious ways ideas come to them. Others, however, are convinced that Tyla meant it literally, suggesting she views Jackson as a spiritual guide or muse who continues to shape her path from beyond the grave. The fallout from her comment has been as dramatic as it is diverse. Fans, music critics, and industry professionals have all weighed in with passionate opinions. On one end, Tyla's supporters have rallied around her, insisting that what she said was a sign of respect for Jackson's towering influence. They argue that every major artist is shaped by those who came before them, and in Tyla's case, Jackson's shadow looms especially large given her blend of pop sensibilities, dance-driven performances, and global appeal. On the other end, skeptics have dismissed the statement as attention-seeking, accusing her of trying to generate headlines rather than focus on her artistry. Some critics have even warned that such bold claims could overshadow her originality, reducing her to a shadow of Michael Jackson rather than celebrating her unique voice. And then there is a third group, those who believe wholeheartedly in the spiritual side of artistry. This camp insists that music is not merely created but channeled, and that many legends throughout history have claimed to receive their greatest ideas from dreams, visions, or mysterious forces beyond human comprehension. For these believers, Tyla's words are not shocking but affirming. They see her as proof that great art truly does come from another realm. To fully appreciate why Tyla might feel connected to Michael Jackson, one must consider the sheer magnitude of his influence. Jackson was not just a singer, he was a cultural phenomenon. He transformed music videos into cinematic experiences, revolutionized stage performances with electrifying dance moves, and redefined what it meant to be a global superstar. His catalog of hits remains unmatched, and his style continues to inspire countless artists across every genre. Tyla, though still early in her career, embodies several of these qualities. Like Jackson, she is fearless in her approach to blending genres, mixing amapiano with R&B and pop to create something new and exciting. Like Jackson, she has a magnetic stage presence, captivating audiences with choreography and charm. And like Jackson, she is reaching across cultural and national boundaries to create music that speaks to the world, not just her hometown. Whether she truly believes Jackson is sending her songs, or whether she was using metaphorical language, it is clear that his legacy is etched deeply into her artistry. Music insiders have been quick to comment on the controversy. Producers, critics, and cultural analysts have emphasized that Tyla's statement should not necessarily be taken at face value. Michael Jackson is everywhere in today's music, one industry veteran observed. His fingerprints are on the choreography, the production styles, the vocal layering, even the way artists interact with fans. If Tyla says she feels Jackson's presence in her work, it's not because she's copying him. It's because every modern artist is standing on the foundation he built. Others, however, warn that Tyla must be careful. She has immense talent and originality, said another commentator. But if she leans too much on this narrative of Jackson giving her music, the public might start to doubt whether she is creating from her own genius. What Tyla's claim has really done is spark a broader cultural conversation about creativity itself. Where do songs come from? Are they the result of disciplined practice, technical skill, and raw talent? Or are they gifts, channeled through artists from sources unknown, whether spiritual, divine, or ancestral? History is filled with artists who have spoken about inspiration in mystical terms. Beethoven claimed to hear music in his dreams. Bob Dylan has admitted that some of his greatest lyrics seem to write themselves. Prince famously described songwriting as a spiritual download, as though he was merely a vessel for something larger. In that sense, Tyla's alleged statement is part of a long tradition of artists grappling with the mystery of creation.